Hi everyone. Let's just check if everything is okay. Can everybody hear me? Just leave on the chat some comments if you can hear me or not. But I think everything is okay. So, well, welcome to our webinar. And my name is Sophia. I will be hosting this webinar. I will be telling you all about SEMrush. And we have on the chat Alex, and she's going to answer all your questions. And if you have any questions, just leave on the chat, and Sasha, Alex will answer. Or at the end, we also have a Q&A session. Okay, so let's start. Let me just share. Tell me if everything is okay with the screen. Is everyone there? Yeah? Okay. So how to get started with SEMrush? SEMrush is a very big platform. We have a lot of tools, as you see. So we divided them into toolkits. And you can see these different toolkits in this left menu here. So you can just choose whatever you want to work with at the moment and go through the tools. Also, we have two types of tools. We have analytics tools, such as domain overview or organic research, for example. And we also have project tools, such as site audit or position tracking. These ones you must set up a project and then set up all of these tools and then start to work with. I'm going to tell you with more details a little bit. So let's start with some workflows here and what you can do with SEMrush tools and what you can find out. First workflow is find competitors and uncover their strategies. Yeah, because this is, well, the basics, what you need to do to start working on your SEO strategy. And well, first tool that we're going to use is organic research to find our competitors. And actually, not only in organic research, but a lot of tools in SEMrush, especially analytics tools, you just type your website or your competitor. But in this case, let's type our website, for example, ikea.com. You choose your database. Let's choose United Kingdom and search. And as you can see, you have a lot of tabs, and most of the times you will have a competitor tab here, and you can just click and scroll down a little bit, and you will have a list of competitors, in this case, organic competitors of ikea.com. So yeah, it's like simple like this. And if you want to find, for example, advertising competitors, you just go to our advertising toolkit, look for advertising research, type your website again, choose your database, search, and again, you have a competitor tab. So when you're in SEMrush and you want to find competitors, you can just look for this competitor tab, okay? Well, let's go back to SEO Toolkit. We can find some. So we found some organic competitors here. And well, now we might want to know a little bit more, not just competitors, but overall, who are our competitors in the market. And for that, we are going to go here to Competitive Research Toolkit. And we are going to choose our Market Explorer tool. Just click. And this tool is also an analytic tool. So you have to type your domain here, ikea.com, your database. And basically what it does is to give you an idea of how the market is for this domain. Okay, and the market is the competitors. So we can tell you, well, this is a rank of all IKEA's competitors and how they are in this rank based on their traffic. Okay, so you have, for example, direct traffic, referral, search, social, or paid. You can just well, choose which type of traffic you want to see, and you can see the rank of IKEA based on traffic, on social traffic, right? So social medias. So basically here you can find different kind of competitors in one place, and they are all about traffic. So basically it's done your work. You don't need to go further. You have here all the competitors you need. So we found our competitors. So let's take this one for IKEA, for example, wayfair.co.uk. Now this will be our competitor for today. And now that we know who they are, we might want to find what are their strategies. So for that, we are going to use traffic analytics first. And here, the first thing we need to know is where their traffic is coming from, right? So traffic analytics, since it's all about traffic, you can just go to traffic sources here, the tab, and you will have basically, well, from where their traffic is coming. Yeah. So we have here that most of IKEA's traffic is coming directly. So they have a very known brand. So people just type IKEA on their browsers and go to their website. They don't need to type on Google to find their website. Right, but we know that also they are getting a lot of traffic from search and not so much from social media. So yeah, we found out from where the traffic are coming from. We can see different kind of things with this tool as well. For example, we can go to top pages and see which page is getting the most amount of traffic from IKEA. So we can just here top pages, the tab, and then you have a list of pages with all information about their traffic. And what we can do is just filter for example, by the amount of unique page views. Yeah. So we know, of course, their homepage is the first one, but this m2.ikea is also getting a lot of traffic, or order.ikea.com is also getting a lot of traffic. So these two landing pages are their primary ones. Okay. So, well, now we know from where their traffic are coming from, and we know that it's basically, well, more of direct traffic, but they also have a lot of search traffic. So we might want to take a look of what they're doing in terms of organic research. And for that, we are going to organic research here again. And then we know the tab positions here. Sorry, just a second. So in this tab, you will have a lot of information about how this website, ikea.com, is ranking organically on Google. So basically, you have how many keywords and which keywords this website is ranking for organically, again. And for each keyword, you will have a lot of information. So you know the sub features they generate, the position IKEA is ranking for this keyword, the traffic, the volume, and you can just manage these columns. There's something that I don't want to see, for example, so I can just hide or leave them there. I can export this table as I like. But to know more about, to find these keywords that are more important for your competitor, you can add filters, advanced filters here. So for example, for me, it's not interesting to see all the brand keywords from IKEA because I know I don't want to rank for IKEA keywords. So let me exclude all the keywords containing IKEA. and apply this filter. So yeah, now I have fewer keywords and they are not branded. But I also want to add another filter, for example, all keywords that include, for example, a KD, that are our keyword difficulty. So how difficult it will be to rank for these keywords. And I want this KD to be less than 70, for example, because, well, 80 is too much. So 70. And I'm going to find less difficult keywords. So I added those filters. And now I have, well, better ones. But it's still too much. So let me just add a few more. Let me just add like very high volume keywords. And only the ones that IKEA is on top 10. Yeah. Okay, now I have 11 keywords. This is a number more or less workable. So now what I can do is just select all these keywords and add to Keyword Manager. And let me just create a new list. And here will be IKEA's list. Yeah. So I added to Keyword Manager, and that's it. So I found some keywords that are important to IKEA, and I want to work with them in my SEO strategy. But sometimes some of these keywords might be, I might be already using these keywords. So I might be already ranking for them. So to find this gap between IKEA and you can go to Keyword Gap. Here on the left side, you just click. And then let's take Wayfair.com. That is our competitor today. Well, first we type our competitor. Here, just the root domain. And then IKEA.com. And you can do this analysis not only in organic research, but paid keywords and Google Shopping as well. This is our PLA. Okay, but let's stick with organic keywords. And here you can also choose different intersections. So basically what we have is Wayfair keyword portfolio and IKEA's keyword portfolio. So we are going to choose the intersection between these portfolios. And the second one is the one that is interesting for us at the moment, because we want to find the keywords that the competitor, Wayfair, is ranking for and IKEA is not. So let's choose the second one and click on Go. Don't forget to choose your database, guys. This is important. So yeah, now we have 149,000 keywords and 500 keywords that Wayfair is ranking for and IKEA is not. But again, let's add some filters to, well, get a little less keywords and only the important ones. And the filter that we're going to add here is the keywords that Wayfair has a position, well, less than, let's say, 11. So all keywords Wayfair is on top 10. Okay, so include Wayfair position less than 11. And apply. And now we have 35,000 keywords. Okay, so basically you want to add more filters, the ones that we saw earlier. Okay, just add more if you need. But let's take a few more. Oh, let me just exclude Wayfair rent keywords as well. Wayfair. Okay, so yeah, I think these are good. So let me take just a few ones. For example, this ones. And I'm going to export them. And then I can go to Keyword Manager. The one that we saw earlier is on SEO Toolkit. keyword manager and add to the list IKEA as well. Okay. Okay, so we found out who are our competitors and what they're doing. Now let's start really work on this keyword portfolio of our. And for that, we're going to start with keyword magic tool here. And keyword magic tool is going to look for the keyword and not for the competitor, right? So it's about the semantic of this keyword. So let's type any keyword here. So for example, pumpkin pie, okay, in UK, and search. Okay, so based on pumpkin pie, we have 9,000 more or less keywords that are related to it. Yeah, so basically you have search intention here. So when someone search for pumpkin pie in the UK, they usually use this type of words to do it. Okay, so since we have a lot of them, SEMrush already did the work for us. We already put them in groups of keywords that are well appearing. Yeah, and if we filter these groups by volume, we'll have well, what people search the most when we talk about pumpkin pie. So recipe, of course, is the most searchable thing people do when we talk about pumpkin pie. So we have here 1,708 keywords that are related to recipe and pumpkin pie. So a lot of recipes. We can also put advanced filters here. As we saw earlier, these are the same type of filters, but we also have here questions. So if you want to look how people are asking for pumpkin pie recipes on Google, so you just click here, this left corner questions, and then you will have, well, 1,000, almost 200 keywords of how people ask. So how to make pumpkin pie, or how to make pumpkin pie. How do you make pumpkin pie? Yeah, so different types, but basically the same thing. So again, let's take all of them and add to keyword manager here to our list IKEA. And yes, so our list is way better now. And now, since we found a lot of keywords that we can work with. They're all in our keyword manager tool. So let's open our list here. And since we found a lot, so for example, now I have 108. Yeah, so it's a good number, but I want a little less to work with. So we can filter inside keyword manager, right? So from this, I can take the very best ones. And to do this, first, we are going to update the metrics here. I'm not going to update everyone because every single keyword, because we don't want to take too much time here. But you just click here to update all the metrics to have fresh data about these keywords and take only the important ones. Okay, and then add new filters from here. Okay, and then you will have, well, only the important keywords. And from here, we can add these keywords to other tools such as position tracking and PPC keyword tool. Okay. Another interesting thing here is that if you have already your keywords in your computer, in your Excel file, for example, you can import this file here and work inside SEMrush with your already existent keywords. Okay. Okay. Now that we have built our keyword portfolio, we are going to send these keywords to position tracking to start tracking them. Yeah. Even before we do something with them in the website, we must start to track because we want to see how our competitors are already ranking for them. Okay, so let's go to position tracking. And well, first, position tracking is a project tool. So you have to set up a project. And for that, we are going to our project sessions here. Wait a second. Okay, so now that we are in our project section, we can add a new project. Yeah, we can, well, type our domain, ikea.com, our project's name, IKEA, and create a project, and that's it. I already have one done, so I'm just enter here. And position tracking is right here. If you need help setting up, you can just send us an email and our team will help you. But it's very easy. You can just add your keywords and your competitors and the location you need. And then SEMrush will, well, position tracking will send you a, you will have basically a daily report of how these keywords, who is ranking for these keywords and which position and all the details. Okay. So, so here we have IKEA and we have some competitors here. So for example, Overstock, I can add new ones. So let's add Wayfair.com. Here, I add it. And now I can add this one to this table and see how IKEA, yeah, is ranking for my keywords and how Wayfair is ranking. Okay. And now I can also add some filters to, for example, make sure all the types of keywords are in the best position they can be. And if you want to see further about your competitors, for example, we have competitors discovery. But if you want to see how your pages are doing, you can just go to Pages tab. And just let me just type a new one, like here. Yeah. And now you can see what pages are ranking for how many keywords. And if you click here, you'll see which keywords are ranking for. Okay? So yeah, to not miss anything, you can just go here and set up an alert. For example, you can add a trigger. For example, if IKEA leaves top 10, I want to send have an alert and I will receive this. Okay? So next step is about technical optimization, right? Because now we have all the keywords set it up. So we need to start working on our pages. And to start, we need to make sure they are performing well. And for that, we have site audit here. And it will crawl my website and give and show me errors, warnings, and notices about technical issues that this website might have. And well, errors are the most important ones. So we can just click here and see which ones we have. So we know that we have, for example, well, 3 pages that we couldn't crawl. So we can just click on this issue. And we know that these are the 3 pages. So I can just export and send this file to my webmaster so he can fix all these issues in those pages. Or we can, for example, see thematic reports. So if you want to work with our site performance or our site speed, we can just click here, view details, and we know all the errors we have there. Well, is messing our site performance. So these are the issues that we might fix, and our website can be more faster. Well, can be faster. Okay. Um, okay, and to make sure you prioritize your work, you can go to crawl pages and connect your Google Analytics account, and with this you can see traffic information. And so you'll have, for example, the unique page views for this um, landing page. And if you, well, filter here by unique page views, you will have the landing page that has more traffic. And if it has a lot of issues, you must fix right away to not, well, um, so you cannot, sorry, miss this traffic, right? You lose this traffic, sorry. Okay, so now we know that our website is running well. Yeah, it's performing well. So now we can start to write and, well, make new pages and make new content. And for that, we are going to use Content Marketing Toolkit here. And Content Marketing Toolkit here, we have tools that will help you from the beginning till the end of your content creation. But let's start with topic research from the beginning, of course. And here it's also about giving you inspiration of what are you going to write about. Yeah, so, well, here we know that pumpkin pie, if we type here and, well, choose your database, we have all these cards. So all these subtopics that people are talking about when they are looking for pumpkin pie. Okay, so these are basically headlines of websites that ranked well for this subtopic. They had a lot of backlinks, for example. Okay, you can also have, well, questions that people ask and related searches. So another way to find search intentions of your public. Okay, an interesting thing that you can do is go to Mind the Map and have like a brainstorm of what you can write about, because these are the themes people are talking at the moment. Okay, so after you do that, you can, well, choose some of them, but and start to work with. But let's go to SEO content template and go further on this issue. So we type pumpkin pie here and view template. So from here, we can see, well, some recommendations on how to write this article, this new post that you're going to write. So for example, how many keywords, how many words you should write. But an interesting thing is to find out how top 10 for this keyword wrote this, use this keyword in their content. Okay, so we have here, for example, the number 1 for the keyword pumpkin pie. Use pumpkin pie in the title. Dessert Thanksgiving pie pumpkin. Okay, and this is how he used this keyword in their text, and you can have some samples of other websites here. So you have some different sources of inspirations. Okay, now we can start writing. And to make sure we are following these recommendations here, you can go to SEO Writing Assistant. And, well, first you can either download an ad for Google Docs, either for WordPress, or you can just go here and you can just use SEMrush editor here. But I'm going to show you on Google Docs. So I've started to work on my pumpkin pie recipe here, and I set it up our SEO Writing Assistant with pumpkin pie keyword, and I have my recommendations here now. And while I type, Yeah, so if I start to type, for example, um, here, add more milk. Um, while I type, I can see that our these recommendations, these goals, yeah, that we have, well, SEMrush will read this for me and tell me what am I doing right, what am I doing wrong. Yeah, so for example, I know the readability of my text should be 74. So, well, it's 81. My text is too easy to read. I have a title issue a little, so I must write a bigger title, for example, here. Simrush is saying me. So I have all these recommendations about readability, about SEO. So if I put all my keywords that is recommended to me for me to use, or for example, I can see the tone of voice of my text. So yeah, it's neutral. It's not too formal. It's not too casual. It's good. Okay. And last, I can also run a originality tech check and see if I copied for somewhere this text or not. Okay. So yeah, once it's finished, I can just publish it, and then, well, I can use content audit to track this content and see how it's doing. If I need to make um, some updates or everything. Sorry, guys. Just a second. Let me just pause here. We are having some issues here. Just a second.